going to be learning how to draft the upper bodies of the outfits on the thumbnail. It's a bustier. We're going to be learning how to draft the bustier. Okay, I'm going to be showing you guys how to calculate your nipple to nipple. How to calculate your nipple to nipple. So for instance, you don't know the distance between your bust, okay, or that of your clients. Okay, so instead of looking for that is similar to the measurement of what you want to draft, I will just give you the formula on how to go about it. It's very simple. This formulas comes very okay, and then I'll also be teaching you how to eliminate bulges from the back of your bodies. Okay, I'll teach you how to eliminate that bulge when you are drafting your pattern. I also teach you how to take your side bust, how to go about it. So all of that we're going to be learning in this drafting. So we are drafting an upper bodies that is a bustier. It's going to be having an illusion, okay, or yoke, otherwise known as yoke. Okay, so if this is what you want to learn how to make, let's go. We're already on the cutting table. Do not forget to subscribe because you have a lot to learn from this channel, and tap on the bell so you get notified each time we are live or each time we drop a new video. Okay, so let's us switch the camera to the cutting table right away now. So I'm just gonna set the camera. Okay, so you can see we've already set our paper, our drafting sheets. Okay, as you can see, just like this, just like this. Okay, so hope you can see clearly. Right. Oh, let me see if I can take off the, or maybe I should just let it be. Okay, all right. Okay, so we have our drafting paper. As you can see, we have our markers, our rulers, everything, our rotary cutter, everything that we require, and the fabric. Where is the fabric? So this is the lining, this is the main fabric. We've drafted the lower bodies, which is the skirt part, yesterday. You can abreast yourself. The video is right here on the channel. Okay, so abreast yourself so you can come up speed with what we are doing. This is the fabric we are using. Okay, so I'll just take this away and then we'll go straight to drafting. All right. Okay, first thing we are going to be taking right now is our origin line. You know what that is, right? Our origin line, where all the measurements, starts from. Okay, so I'll just put all of this on the side. So measure our origin line, okay, which is this. Like that, and then we'll go to measure our vertical lines, okay, or the horizontal lines. All right, so the first line we'll be taking cognizance of, we are drafting the front panel. Okay, after this we're going to draft the back panel. The first line we'll be taking cognizance of is our shoulder to bust. Our shoulder to bust right now is 11 inches. We'll just put that here. $11. We'll take our nipple to our underbust. Underbust is 14 inches, right? And then the half length is 17.5 inches. Half length is 17.5 inches. I have taught this over and 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 over here on this channel. We have videos, we have live classes that we've heard, okay, on this Bustier, okay. Thank you for joining. Please do well to give a thumbs up. Let us also know where you're watching from, okay, and do well to subscribe. So we are learning how to draft the blouse. You can see on the thumbnail, okay. If you are just joining, do well to like, do well to subscribe. These are important, okay. If you are just joining, we are learning how to draft the blouse on the thumbnail. The upper bodies, okay, is a gown, but for now we are doing the upper bodies. We did the skirt part yesterday, okay. So what we have done, we took our origin line, okay, and then we are taking our shoulder to our bust, shoulder to bust. I'm just going to extend the line, okay, and then shoulder to on the bust, which is here, and then the half length, which is here, okay. So I'm just going to connect these lines together, connect these lines together. This is the half length, okay, this is the half length, this is the on the bust, right, this is the on the bust, and then this is the bust points, okay, this is the bust points. We're going to go ahead to add 2 inches for the seam allowance. This ruler is 2 inches, so I'm just going to use it to measure 2 inches for the seam allowance at the bottom. Okay, so we go ahead right now to label it bust points on the bust, and these 2 lines are the same, okay, and then hem, okay, which is the length of the half length, the full length of the half length, okay. So the next thing for us to do right about now is to take our nipple to nipple measurements, okay, which of course that line is where we are going to do all our under bust stitching from, okay. So the nipple to nipple line is, we are going to calculate. I said I'm going to teach you guys how to calculate nipple to nipple line in case you don't know how to do that. So the formula for calculating the nipple to nipple line, instead of guessing the nipple to nipple line, okay, your dot line, instead of guessing, I'll just go ahead to give you the formula. The formula is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 2. That's all. Bust circumference divided by 6 plus 2. So the bust circumference for what we are working on is 38. So we divide it by 6. What we have is 6.333. We can just approximate it to 6.5. Do you understand? And then we'll add plus 2. So what we have is 8.33, which can also be 8.5, okay. So go ahead to use 8.5. Now that's 8.5, we are going to divide it by 2. So if you divided it by 2, what you are going to have is 4.25, okay. That is how to get your accurate that line, very accurate that line. Bust divided by 6 plus 2 divided by 2. Do you understand? You can use this, that line is the same that line you use when you are making your skirts. Do we understand? When you are making your skirts, is the same dot line you will use when you are making your skirts. So how to get your dot line is your bust divided by 2, bust divided by 6 plus 2, and then you divide it by 2 again. So we have, what we have here, I haven't used the measurement we have here, is 4.5. So I'm just going to impute my 4.5 here, like this, as my dot line, okay, like that, and then I bring it down here, like that, and then I will just connect this line together and leave it there for now. I'll connect this line together. This is our dot line, and leave it. And then let's come to the upper bodies. Don't forget, I said it's going to have a yoke, okay. is going to have a yoke. So let's work on that. We are going to impute our shoulder measurements. The shoulder measurement for this is the shoulder measurements for this is 17.5 inches. Okay, 17.5 inches. 17.5 inches. We are going to divide it by 2. So let's divide it. When we divide 17.5 inches, what do we have? 17.5 divide, so what do we have? What we have is 8.75. Okay, 8.75. So we are just going to impute 8.75 here as a shoulder measurement. Okay, but because the puff, the sleeve of this dress, okay, is going to have puff. Okay, puff. We don't want the puff to come and be starting somewhere around here. We want it to start directly on the shoulder. What do? I am going to take off that 7.5 that is on it and just use 8 inches instead of 8.5. Do you understand? So I'll just impute 8 inches here. I impute 8 inches here. So on this line now, we are going to measure our shoulder, our armhole. So how do you get your armhole? We are going to go back to the bust again. Okay, bust is 38 divided by 6, divide 6, equal to plus 1.5. What do we have? 7.888. So we just approximate it to 8 inches. Okay, 8 inches. 8 inches. Don't forget, we are meant to have a shoulder slope of 1 inch here. So we'll take our shoulder slope of 1 inch, or we add that 1 inch of our shoulder slope to our armhole line and make it 9 inches. We are still going to deduct it. Okay, so this is 9. All right, I'll just connect this line together like this. Like this, and then I'll do my armhole line like this, right? And then I'll come back here to deduct my 1 inch. But before we do that, let's take our neckline. So we are going to be using a neckline of 3.5 inches. A neckline of 3.5 inches. You can choose to use 4 depending on who you are working with. Okay, 3.5 inches and a depth. We're going to do a depth of 3.5 inches as well, like that. Or you can just do 4 inches. Okay, and then you're going to connect your neckline with a curve like this. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to come back to our 1 inch shoulder slope like this. Take it out and then connect it to our neckline. Like this. Okay, and then after doing that, we are going to locate the midpoint of our armhole. All right, we are going to locate the midpoint of our armhole like this. So what we have here is 8 inches. This is the midpoint. We are going to come in here by 0. You can do 0.75, okay, for your sleeve intake, your armhole intake, and then at the back you do 0.5. Okay, so we are going to do 0.75 here to prevent bulge around this area. Okay, and then we are going to connect it like this, connect it like this, and then like this. All right, so this is how to eliminate excess fabric around the armhole. Okay, hope you got it. Like this. So I came in by 0.75 around here, At the back, we are going to come in by 0.5. Okay, so after doing that, oh my word, let's extend our chest line. This is our chest line. Okay, your armhole line is the same thing as your chest line. Okay, your armhole line is the same thing as your chest line. All right, your armhole line is the same thing as your chest line. Okay, so after doing that, we are going to extend this here like this, like that. Okay, so we are going to be doing our under bust intake right about now. Okay, we're doing an under bust intake. So on this part of the bust, on this part, on the center piece, I am going to be taking, I want to use a 2 inches under bust intake. I want to remove 2 inches as our under bust intake. Now that 2 inches, we are going to divide it. It's either you do 0.5 here and do 1.5 here, or you do 0.25 here and do 1.75 here, or you do 1 inch here and do 1 inch here. However you want, it is at your discretion. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a 0.5 here and then a 1.5 here, since we are doing a 2 inches under bust intake. So that's my 0.5, and then this is my 1.5. Oh. And then on this chest line, I am going to be deducting 1 inch here, 1 inch here, making 2 inches. Okay, the same 2 inches that we took here. But this time around, I'm not going to do 0.5 and 1.5, 1 inch all the way. Okay, so this is my 1 inch, and then this 1 inch. So I am going to connect like this with a curve. Okay, if you are using others curve, you don't need to come down by 1 inch here and come up by 1 inch. The curve just does all the work for you. The curve eliminates the pointiness on your bust points. Okay, so I'll just do it like this, like that, and then I'll come to this part, and then I will do same like that. Okay, and then I will come here, and connect, and then come here too. Okay, I'll come here too, and then I'll connect. Okay, so you see our stuff, our bust contouring is forming already. It is forming already. Okay, it is forming already. So the next thing we are going to do after now is the 2 inches that we are taking off from here, we are going to bring it down to the hem of the blouse. Okay, you know it's an half length, so we are bringing this down and bringing this down. Okay, so what do we do now? We come here and we do our 1.5 like this. Okay, and then our 0.5 here, and then we connect it with a straight line, just like this. Okay, we connect it with a straight line like this. Okay, and then like this. Okay, so after doing that, let's work on our yoke. Okay, let's work on our yoke. Let us work on our yoke. Let us work on our yoke. Okay, let us work on our yoke. I'm going to get my ruler. Okay, I'm going to get my ruler, and then this, don't forget, this is the mid point of our armhole. Okay, I'm going to place my ruler like this, and then I am going to connect it with a sweetheart line. You see how I'm placing my ruler? Okay, we are trying to get a sweet line curve around here. I am just going to do it like this. Okay, I'm just going to do it like this, like that. Okay, so as you can see, we have gotten a sweetheart neck curve. Okay, yeah, we have gotten a sweetheart neck. Is a sweetheart, like you can see on the picture or on, is to impute our measurements. Okay, we are going to impute our measurements. Okay, to impute our measurements after now. All right, yep, we are going to impute our measurements after now. So I was looking at it. Another thing we can do, because we need to subtract this, we need to subtract this. Okay, we need to subtract this, is to, we need to create a sweetheart. This is one way. This is one way. You do this on this point of the line. You can choose to tighten this part. Okay, you can choose to tighten this part, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that right now. What we can do again is, on this chest line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Okay, I'm going to come down by 1 inch like this on the chest line. All right, I'm going to connect it like this. Okay, this is the one that we should use. I'm going to connect it like this. Okay, I'm going to connect it like this. So this is going to come, like when we are cutting this part away. All right, we are also taking this part away. Okay, we are taking this part away. These are the parts we are taking away. So we've created another sweetheart neckline here. Okay, so it will follow like this. So right about now, we are going to impute our, we are imputing our measurements. Okay, we're imputing our measurements. So for the bust, the bust measurement is, the circumference of the bust is 38. So we are going to divide that 38 by 4, 38, turn on, 38 divide 4 equal to, what we have is 9.5. Okay, we have 9.5. 9.5. Okay, so this is 9.5 here. These 2 inches that we took away from here, we are going to replace it. We are replacing it, and then you go ahead to add your allowances. Of course, you can add between 2 and 3 inches. Okay, you can add between 2 and 3 inches. You can add between 2 and 3 inches. So I'm adding 2.5. Like that. The same line is applicable to this bust point. Your chest line, your bust point, they're almost the same. All right. Then we come to the under bust. The under bust measurement is so let's say 34. 34 divide 4 equal to 8.5. So we do our 8.5 like this. 8.5. These 2 inches here, we are going to replace it. Okay, we are replacing it. Okay, and then we'll go ahead to add 2.5 inches. One moment, please. Please come in. I was on the live class. Let me just end the live class.